Let's take action and embrace inner peace. Achieving inner peace is a personal and unique journey. Here are some general approaches that might be helpful. 1. Meditate regularly. Meditation encourages a clear mind and calm spirit, allowing you to disconnect from worldly concerns and focus on your inner self. 2. Maintain physical health. Regular exercise, a healthy diet, and good sleep habits can significantly improve your mental state. Spend time in nature. Whether it's a walk in the park, stargazing, or listening to the ocean, spending time in nature can effectively help you achieve peace. Let's take action and embrace inner peace. The ride back to his ranch was quiet, the kind of silence that wasn't empty, but full of unspoken thoughts. The wagon wheels creaked along the dirt road, and the horse's steady rhythm matched the beat of her unsettled heart. She sat with her hands folded tightly in her lap, watching the horizon stretch wide and endless. Every so often she glanced at him. The cowboy's face was calm, his jaw set with quiet resolve, but there was no harshness in him. He handled the reins with steady hands, as if even the animals trusted his patience. She had expected a man who barked orders, a man who would demand her obedience. Instead, he gave her space she hadn't had in a long time. "You've been through a storm, haven't you?" he finally said, his voice soft against the hum of the prairie wind. Her throat tightened. She didn't want to answer, but the truth pressed at her chest. "Storms don't just pass," she whispered. "They stay. They tear things apart. And when the sun comes back, nothing is the same." He nodded, his eyes fixed on the road ahead. "I know, I've seen it too. Lost my father young. Lost a brother to the war. Pain doesn't leave easy." She turned her head, surprised he'd offered a piece of himself so freely. "And what did you do?" He tightened his grip on the reins. "I didn't run from it. I built something out of it. A ranch, a home, something worth protecting." His gaze shifted to hers, steady and unwavering. "And now I reckon I want to build a life with someone who needs a place to heal." The weight of his words sank deep into her, pressing against the fear that had followed her like a shadow. She wanted to believe him, but the voice of doubt lingered. "What if I'm too broken?" she asked, her voice trembling. The cowboy pulled the horses to a stop. Dust rose and settled in the still air. He turned fully to face her, his hat shadowing his eyes but not hiding their quiet fire. "Broken doesn't mean worthless," he said firmly. "It means you've survived. And I'd rather stand with someone who's survived than anyone who's never been tested." Her breath caught, the walls inside her cracking in ways they hadn't before. Tears slipped down her cheeks and she didn't try to hide them. For once, she didn't feel weak letting them fall. He reached out not to claim her but to offer his hand, steady, patient, open. "You don't have to walk this alone anymore. Not as long as I'm here." The sound of the prairie stretched around them, wide and endless, as she slowly placed her trembling hand in his. For the first time in a long while, she felt a spark of something she thought she'd lost forever.